Hey guys, how's it going? Doobie Drooby 00 back at you with another video. Um, Today I'm not going to be doing a react video. I kind of just wanted to talk to you guys. I've been working a lot on a bunch of new material. I'm not a react channel. I enjoy doing it. I like cutting it together. I think it's funny. I hope you guys enjoy it. But I'm really trying to take this channel in a different direction. Like, I'm up to like 40 subs. I mean, I know that's not a lot, but to me, like, that really means a lot, and I'm really grateful for everybody that's, subscribed and has me on notifications. Like, I know I'm not gonna be like famous like another PewDiePie or Filthy Frank, but I enjoy doing this. I do this for me as much as I do it for you guys. I enjoy it. It's fun to me. That being said, I kind of wanted to talk to you guys today. I've been going through a lot of stuff lately. This year has, it seems like it sucked for everybody, but for me, it's sucked more so than usual. I've lost two really close people, three. I've lost three really close people this year, and the first was this girl that I used to date, and I don't know if you guys know this. I used to struggle with addiction for the better part of 10 years. I'm 27, so since I was about 6 to actually 11 years, over a decade. And, I got hurt back in 2008, and I jumped over a bonfire like an idiot, trying to be funny at a party, and I ended up having to have like 4 different reconstructive surgeries on my left foot to get all the wood out. I had MRSA staph infection inside the bone. I almost lost my foot, or part of it. But needless to say, it was excruciatingly painful. And that's really what kind of kick-started my addiction. Started off with, hydrocodone, then up to oxycodone, Percocets, then Roxy's, and then that turned into oxymorphone, which is Opana, which is even stronger, which turned into oxymorphone and fentanyl patches. And eventually the prescriptions started lasting fewer and fewer days, and I would run out early, suffer from withdrawal symptoms as well as the pain. So I started shooting heroin. That went on from about 2012, I want to say, to this February. And in February, my ex-girlfriend, I'm not going to say her name, but she saved my life. She did it out of spite, but she saved my life. She called my pain management doctor, and she told her that I was, IVing my medications and that I was supplementing my prescriptions with heroin. They called me in for a random pill count. I went down there, and see, usually I dress up like really nice, button down shirt, and I keep it buttoned up because I had track marks. So they would take my blood pressure over my arm. No big deal. Not this time. I went in, and the first thing they said was, roll up your sleeves. I showed them, and just like that, discharge paper, prescription for 20 Tylenol 4s, bye. I was like, you guys have had me on oxymorphone and fentanyl for the better part of 6 years. 20 Tylenol 4s is not going to be enough to wean me off. And they knew that. But there's actually an abandonment law in the state of Alabama. And unfortunately, it's up to the doctor's discretion. I suppose that since I may have caused a little scene, they didn't want that. So anyway, so in February, that's what happened. February, the day after Thanksgiving, the day after Valentine's Day, and I actually ended up trying to check out, trying to off myself. I traded my PS4 for 1.5 grams of heroin. Barricaded me in this exact room. Here, I'll show you guys exactly what happened. Barricaded myself in this room. Do you guys see this door? Like the damage? Well, you see that? That happened because I put a chair It was like between the door and the wall, so it was like wedged. That nobody could get in. And so, I wrote this letter saying I'm sorry. I lost my prescriptions, I lost my girl, I lost my job, I lost my car, I lost my friends. I was losing my family, I was losing my sanity, I was losing my health. I was down to like 135 pounds. It was ridiculous. So I was like, man, I'm 26 years old. I've lived a good life. I'm gonna quit being an emotional burden. I'm gonna quit being a financial burden. I'm gonna leave. I thought it was for the best. So, loaded up a shot, and I did it all in one shot. It was a big shot. And I hate to say this, but it's the best feeling I've ever felt in my life. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Train Spotting. I actually did it on this bed right here, and I did it, and I kind of laid back. I felt like I just kind of sunk into the bed, and then I just passed out. And then I see my dad over me, and I just saw this sheer look of terror in his face. Apparently, I'd been out for about 3.5 hours. I was cold to the touch. I was gray. I wasn't breathing. There were paramedics in my room. My dad was doing chest rubs. They had to shoot me up with Narcan, which is kind of like a reversal for opiate overdoses. 3 shots is ridiculous. Standard is 1 shot, then maybe another. My dad begged them to hit me with another one. So, I don't know if you guys know anything about addiction or withdrawal, but precipitated withdrawal is whenever you go straight into withdrawals. Like, that's what Narcan does. It reverses the effects of the opiates. So you go into instant withdrawal. So I was like shaking and felt like shit. So they ended up taking me to the hospital that night, and they asked me, did you try to hurt yourself? I said, no. Why? Try to hurt anybody else? No. Truth. And they said, well, you didn't try to hurt anybody, so, there's nothing we can do. So I was up there for about 8 hours, got home about 2 a.m., drank myself to sleep. Woke up the next morning. My parents had my bags packed, and they said, you're going to treatment. There's no question about it. And, at that point in time, I was like, all right, yeah. Have you seen my arms? Yeah, I'm going to rehab. So went to rehab. I was in inpatient for 34 days, which is the longest inpatient that they had. Usually it's 3 weeks. I was there for that long because I was on such a high milligram of oxymorphone, fentanyl, and heroin that there was literally nothing else they could do besides, take my detox very slowly. So I got out of rehab. I ended up going to a sober living facility. It's a great place. It's called the Fourth Dimension. It's in Alabama. It's just an amazing staff, amazing. And by the way, I went to rehab at UAB in Birmingham. Great staff, great treatment, great everything. I mean, kudos to everybody, especially you, Connie. If you're watching this, thank you so much for everything you've done for me. So yeah, I lived there. It was $1,250 a month, so I couldn't stay there for the full 6 months they wanted me to. I stayed there for, I think, 4 months. I ended up getting kicked out, not for drugs or a relapse. I went to go see Brand New and Modest Mouse with a friend, and it was amazing. And it was time. I wasn't going to be able to afford the next month anyway, so I was like, it's time. So it was worth it, and went there. And then after I moved out there, I got my own apartment in Birmingham. Well, that turned out to be a shit show because I was at that apartment, let's see, I moved in August 1st of this year, and I was there from August, September, October 1st, so I was only there for 3 months. I got a 7-month lease. I'm still paying on the apartment. And so down there, I kind of got, I don't want to say, I'm just going to be honest, I relapsed after 9 months. Being clean. It was only a one-time slip up, and I actually overdosed again. And this time, there was nobody there. It was me and this other girl. I'm not going to say her name. Let's just call her Jay. All right. Well, Jay, she got the dope, and I hadn't done it in so long, so I did my regular shot. Dumb. So I did it, and I fell out. Well, I had about $160 in my wallet. I had a debit card. I had 2 cell phones that were worth over $500 a piece. I come to about 6 hours later. We shot up at 12. I woke up about 6 in the morning. My ears are ringing. I was pale. I had vomit, everywhere. Apparently, I had overdosed, and it's a miracle I'm still alive. But this girl that I was with went through all my shit, took everything. Took my TV, my guitar, my money, my cards, my phones. Like, what the fuck? So at that point, I said, you know what, fuck it, man. I'm done with this life. I am never touching a needle ever again. So I quit. I moved back home with my parents, which is where I'm at now. And it's a great environment. I'm trying to get my life back on track, I met a nice girl. Hopefully things work out. I'm starting a new job soon. Getting another new car soon. Or used car, but still, I totaled my PT Cruiser. So, well, it's probably for the best, because PT Cruisers suck. But anyway, so what I've been doing now is I'm on Suboxone, or Subutex. I'm actually on Zubsolv, which is like a smaller pill. It tastes like mint. It's a lower milligram, but it's great. Because that's all you need, and so I've been taking that twice a day, and it's a blocker, it's an opiate blocker, as well as keeping me from going on withdrawals again. So it also helps with my pain, because I do still have a lot of foot pain, so it helps with that. So if you guys have any questions about addiction, I would be more than happy to answer it. And if you guys like the content of this video, I will, post some more about some of my recovery stories. Or maybe if you guys want, maybe some wild stories from before my recovery. But anyways, guys, I just want to let you guys know I'm really thankful. I'm not going to monetize this video or anything. I'm not going to, do the subscribe, whatever. I just kind of wanted to say hey. So thank you guys so much for everything, all right? We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.